know Jatto means place of welcoming our home?
No, I did not know that. But I must say, there's nothing better than a home-cooked meal. And what's most exciting about Jatto is that most of the dishes here are inspired by the chef's upbringing. And so he's incorporated a lot of his teachings and his childhood memories of like his favorite recipes that mom would make and brought it to Jatto. So I'm super excited to try it out.
I'm super excited to try the foie gras Dippin' Dots.
Yeah, that sounds super interesting because whenever I think about Dippin' Dots, I think of like a nice, cold, refreshing thing to have during the summertime.
Like an ice cream, right?
Yes, to have during the summertime. So what are we waiting for? Let's go check it out.
A Michelin star? This place has gotta be good. Nothing too weird here, but looks can be deceiving. That's a lot of dough. What's that dry ice for? Aha, for the Dippin' Dots, of course.
I'm super nervous.
Welcome to Jatto. So here we have our foie gras dipping dots. All right, so we have in front of you today, ladies, is our foie gras dipping dots. It's a seasonal dish, so we're utilizing lychees. At the base, we have a savory thyme and garlic infused pudding, a sweet wine gelée that's kind of spread throughout, and lychees that are slowly cooked in their own reduced liquid, and it's covered with our savory foie gras version of dipping dots. I recommend going with a spoon kind of all the way down and getting a scoop of everything. Enjoy.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. All right, I'm ready.
All right, let's do it.
He says to go all the way down and scoop up. That way you really get all of the
Everything.
flavors of this.
Okay.
Foie gras dipping dots. Interesting. Have a little more.
My mission was to find the junction of sweet meets savory, and boy, did I find that here. I'm talking duck liver ice cream. Surprisingly, it was delicious, according to Fiona. But for me, if you couldn't already tell, it was hard to wrap my head around. I love Dippin' Dots, but this one's a little weird for me.
What would you rate this?
I definitely like how it's got a little bit of a sweet and salty taste to it. It's definitely refreshing because of the Dippin' Dots. Whenever I think of like Dippin' Dots, I think of like my childhood memory of like, I don't know, having vanilla or like cookies and cream.
Yeah.
Or like even the rainbow Dippin' Dots. So this is definitely a different concept and a different kick on things.
I agree. It's adult Dippin' Dots.
It is the adult version of Dippin' Dots, exactly. And I do love foie gras, and I love how they incorporated such a unique concept. I've never even heard of a dish like this, and definitely, if I could rate it, I would rate it in, I think I'd rate this a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10, because not everybody likes foie gras.
That's true. It's a very
I know
unique
that.
taste.
Definitely a unique taste.
But I think I would rate it an 8 out of 10, just because I feel like it's a meal and also a dessert in one, which is super cool. And I also enjoyed the presentation with the liquid nitrogen. It was so cool. The smoke coming up and then the little Dippin' Dots themselves. I thought it looked really great.
Yeah, definitely. So as far as presentation goes and as far as concept goes, this is out of the ballpark, 10 out of 10, because I have never heard of something like this. Very unique, very cool. And the only reason I would rate it a little less than that 10 out of 10 is because I know that not everybody's a fan of foie gras and not everybody's a fan of the sweet and savory mixed together. So yeah, but as far as presentation and concept go, this hits way out of the ballpark. So we definitely tried out a very interesting dish just now.
Oh yeah,
The foie gras Dippin' Dots was definitely top of the list.
so good.
Very sophisticated. And for all of those cheese board lovers, this was probably the dish you want to try. And definitely refreshing for the Miami heat.
Oh yeah, and who doesn't love Dippin' Dots?
Yes, definitely. Always brings me back to that childhood memory, which is so interesting because the chef, all of his dishes were inspired by his childhood.
Yeah.
And we all love those dishes that bring us back to that one memory of like growing up where mom would make this special dish or dad would make this special dish. So definitely a must try, the foie gras Dippin' Dots.